Morning, everyone. Parshat Hashavua, Parshat Vayishlach. Okay, so we know last week after Yaakov left his parents' house to find a wife, learn Torah, he got married. 4 wives, 11 children, so 11 boys, 1 girl so far, and now he's coming back, going towards his father. Yitzchak, he's supposed to see his father back. He said, I'm going to come back after I get married. So on his way to his father, he sends messengers to his brother, Esav. He says, I want you to go and say hi to Esav. Tell them that I've been in Laban for the past couple of years. I'm sorry I'm late. I've got some, shor, chamor, I have cows, I have donkey, I have other animals, I have servants. I would like to find favor in your eyes. Peaceful, introduction. The messages come back and they say, oh, he's coming towards you with 400 people. You can't find favor in eyes of Esav. 400 people. Yaakov was very worried. What did he do? What did Yaakov do after he heard 400 people are coming? He prepared himself for 3 different things, right? First, he divided all his property into 2 different halves, right? 1 camp here, 1 camp there. He said, if Esau comes to hit one, I'm going to fight to save the second camp. He started praying to Hashem. He said, Hashem, you told me that you're going to save me. Please, have mercy on me. Save me from my brother, from Esav, because I'm afraid he might kill me. I might kill his people. I don't want to kill. I don't want to get killed. And then, besides that night he took a lot of gifts for Esav. Torah has a big list. What exactly he sent?
Which one came first out of the 3?
In the Torah, reading, fighting.
Huh?
Fighting, yeah.
First.
Fighting?
Yeah.
Not ready for fighting?
Yes. He divided his people into 2 camps.
Oh, he divided camps. Yeah.
That's fighting. His strategy of war.
And then
So in other words, preparing.
He's preparing to war. If he comes to hit one, I'm going to... So... I'm not sure. Could be there was second. It doesn't... it's not... you can't divide everybody into 2 camps in a second. It takes days to do it. Maybe already was, praying. But Rashi writes gifts first. For gift, for prayer, and for fight. That's the Rashi orders it. But the Torah order is first fighting, praying, and then gifts. So there's interesting Ramban. Ramban says 2 main points. He says that, first of all, Chachamim are upset at Yaakov. Why didn't you send the messenger to Esav? Why did you even have to wake up Esav? I'm coming. Be quiet. You could go do your job quietly. You can go to, meet up with Yitzchak, and nothing will happen to you. Why were you worried that Esav might want to catch me? He doesn't even know.
I think he confronted his fear right on.
Right. So, but there's a mashal. There's an examiner say, if a snake is sleeping, you don't wake him up and say, "Oh, have a good time. Please go back to sleep." Right? If the snake is sleeping, you don't wake up.
But that was inevitable.
Not necessarily. How do you know? They're not supposed to be together.
He didn't want to worry about it. He didn't want to be scared.
So, מחזיק באוזני כלב. There's a pasuk in Mishlei that says, don't hold on to the ears of a dog because it's going to get angry. Don't do... So Hashem said to Yaakov, Esau was going this way, you're going this way. We didn't have to, make a connection. So I think the point is, many times we are too worried something might happen. and then we do a lot of precautions that it's even worse. Relax. You don't have to worry for something that didn't come up yet. When the worry comes, when it strikes, then you worry about it. Right now, he's that side of the river, you're this side of the river. He might get angry now that I'm back. So that's the midrash. The midrash says that Hashem, no, Chachamim say that Hashem was angry at Yaakov for even setting the whole thing up. Number two, Ramban says that you have to know that Yaakov compared to Esau was nothing. The power of Yaakov, who was he? He had 11 boys, maybe a few workers. Esau had 400 men. They were strong people. So army-wise, Yaakov could not make it. Here, so going to war against Esau, it would have been impossible. But regardless of the strength and power of Esau, Hashem sent a malach to safeguard Yaakov. And that's the history of Jewish people. Many times we have to confront a lot of stronger countries, nations, and armies than us. But somehow or another, we always win. It's not the might of Israel. It's the malach that comes to save the Jewish people. So 400 people compared to a family of farmers and shepherds. How can you confront such an army? If Hashem wants you to win, you win, right? So for generations to come, says the Ramban, countries and nations will come against us, but Hashem will save us. 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, Israel probably was very worried. How are you going to confront Hezbollah and Hamas and Houthis and Iran and Assad and Lebanon, all these countries? Would have been impossible. They always wanted to avoid wars because they knew they might lose a lot. But now, the page 10, and things are very, very different.
We lost 800 soldiers.
I understand, but compared to could have been, people talk about Hezbollah as something that there's no way to fight, and they have so many fighters, 100,000, rockets, maybe tens of 20, 50,000 trained army. Nothing's left. We were so worried. October 8th, the worry was that Hezbollah would come in and do something much, much worse than Hamas. But Baruch Hashem, none of them happened. Why? Because that's how it is. Yaakov goes to fight Esau, our enemies. Hashem will save us one way or another. So there's a very famous Rashi in this week's Parsha, right? Every Parsha, most Parshas, they have one or two very famous Rashis. So always people talk about it. So Rashi, right at the beginning, it says that Yaakov sent the messenger to Esau and said, tell Esau that Im Lavan Garti, right? I lived with Lavan. Right. So Garti is Gimel Resh Tav Yud. Right. So if you switch around the order, becomes Taryag. Right? Instead of Gimel Resh Tav Yud, it's a Tesh Tav Resh Yud Gimel. It becomes 613.
What does it what Gati mean?
I lived with. I dwelled with Lavan. I lived. So what was he saying that I lived? Doesn't say Im Lavan, Yashavti, Im Lavan Hayiti, Im Lavan Avati. I worked for Lavan. It says Garti. By the way, Ger means a convert, right? Means I wasn't such a big person by Lavan. I was a Garti. I was there temporarily. So Rashi says 2 points. First of all, I was always a Ger. I was always outsider. Lavan never gave me any importance. Right. Yaakov to Laban always look at Laban. You're a foreigner in our city. I had to host you, so I did not become a very important person. So don't worry about all the blessings that my father gave me. Still a girl. I'm still a convert. Number two, guarantee that I lived with Lavan, the Taryag mitzvot shamarti. I kept 613 mitzvot. So meaning that even though I did not become a very big person, even though Lavan also was mean to me, he cheated all the time. He didn't let my salary to come easily, but I kept all the mitzvot. Im Lavan gardi v'taryag mitzvot shamarti. Very
Very different with Yeshua.
yeah, yashafti, hayiti, whatever. There are so many other words. Garti. So says Rashi means taryag. Yaakov Avinu kept all the mitzvot, even though he lived with such a big Russia, idol worshipper. He had idols all the time. Rachel had to steal
He said this to
Esau.
He said it to Esau.
He
Send a
said,
message.
messengers told Malachim, right? He sent messengers to Esau that Esau should know. Don't think I'm an idol worshipper. I come back. I don't keep Torah mitzvot. I keep everything that I left. Right? I left. I was a Torah keeper. I'm still the same. 613, nothing less. So now, Rashi also brings the second part of the midrash. I did not learn from his bad deeds. I kept 613 mitzvot, but I did not learn from his bad deeds. What does that mean? If you keep 613 mitzvot, you for sure are not learning from Lavan's bad deeds.
Superfluous.
Why do you have to say that? I also, didn't eat, chazir. I didn't eat pig. But once you say, I am keeping 613 mitzvot, that means you are not following his footsteps, Lavan's way of life. But what do you mean? Lavan worshipped an idol, Yaakov worshipped Hashem. Lavan kept Sunday as the holiday, Yaakov kept Shabbat, Saturday. So what do you mean I didn't learn from his bad deeds? So there are different commentaries. One says, I'll tell you two. So one says that Yaakov was upset. He said, I kept all the mitzvot, but I haven't learned from Lavan, because the way Lavan kept the mitzvah was very, very different. Lavan had so much, cheshek, had so much love. He was so enthusiastic into a mitzvah. Lavan would run to do a mitzvah. Not a mitzvah. Whatever he did for the idols. He wanted to, worship an idol, he would do whole feast. He would be excited. Right? Me, I kept the mitzvot, but regularly. I was not as energized as Lavan. So basically, he's saying, so according to this pirush, he's saying the same thing. He's saying that I didn't become a very important person. Not only that, I keep mitzvot, but I wish I'd have done it better. Right? Sometimes you go to shul, upset, tired. Okay, I'll put on tefillin, I say the prayer, I go. Someone comes to the shul, so excited, right? Wow, Baruch Hashem, I have talit to wear, I have tefillin, I make a bracha. He's like so excited to do the tefillah. Sometimes I say, okay, I have to do it, I'll do it. The way Laman worshipped his idol was, wow, I love it. My friend has a very good example. He says by Thanksgiving, the night after Thanksgiving is Black Friday, right? What happens on Black Friday? You find things on sale in the morning. He says people line up the whole night in Walmart parking lot to run in to find a nice big TV screen for $150. It's a big savings. You get a $700 $50 worth of item for $150. You save, $500-$600. Because you're gonna get a free or a very cheap item. It says, how many people have you seen? People lining up for the shiur, right? To go to shul, to go to a yeshiva. In 3 hours, the door is gonna open. I want to be like, you're gonna have a day of learning. People come late. People, tired. They're not excited. Okay, I go to Beit to learn. I have to learn. I learn anyways. The way Lavan, the way they go and do things, they're very excited. They do a lot, they're very enthusiastic. Hitzlahavut. Heard of the word hitzlahavut? It comes from fire, right? What do they have the fire for? Right? Sometimes there's a new movie out. People have a fire to watch it. I want to watch. There's a famous team playing a game, sports game. People want to watch. There's a lot of it's hitzlahavut. Hitzlahavut means a lot of fire, a lot of enthusiasm, right? But there's a good class, Torah class, Parsha, Shabbat. Okay, we'll get it done. Fine. I was in a shiur, listening to a speech this week from Rabbi Joy Haber. You know Rabbi Joy Haber? From New York. Very, very good speaker. Young, I say he's much younger. He has married kids. I think he's about 45 or something. But to me, he looked like 30, maybe 28, 30, 31. He looked very young. In our school, the Yeshiva of Basics, in Twas had a gathering of parents and a speech. So he was talking about technology, cell phone, how much we're addicted to our phones, and unfortunately we are losing a lot of powerful moments, meaningful moments to our phone. He said, people are on their phone all night to the tired the next day, right? So he was funny. He was a good speaker. Anyways, so he said, but the problem is, okay, Friday night you're not going to touch your phone because it's Shabbat. What's going to happen? Right in the middle of the meal, you're tired. But the last night you were on the phone, you went to bed late and had to get up early in the morning, and you have been tired every night, all week. So when do you have time to sleep, actually? Friday night, right? And Friday night is the holiest night of the week. It's the night that you can turn the house into a Torah house. Now I can, say the Torah, sing the mirror, spend time with my kids, look at their homework, what they do. But you're tired. I'm not on the phone anymore, but you're going to bed. You're falling asleep without the Suda, right? I can relate to that. I'm so tired Friday night. You know why? Because every night you're on the phone watching and watching. There are exciting news and exciting things. And I'm not talking about anything bad. You know what? Kosher material to watch, kosher material to read. But people are so busy every night, right? And they don't get enough sleep. They lose a lot of family time because of their phone. And Friday night, bump! I have to make up my rest. I didn't rest the whole week. So, so he was trying to awaken people to the problem, how you become slave to your phone. He had a very nice metaphor. He said, how much does a pair of shoes cost? $100-$200, right? How much your suit costs? A couple of $100. Your anything you buy costs money, right? So if you go to a store and say, can I have these pair of shoes for free? Say, if you for free, I have to shut down the whole store, right? If I give you the car for free, I'm going to shut down. I have to make money. This is the product I'm selling. So how is it that the shoe that is $100, $200, the suit, a couple of $100, whatever, they cannot give you for free, but Instagram, Facebook, all these news stations, they are worth billions of dollars. Your subscription is for free. How does it work? But this is a very important, very expensive app. Why is it for free? So he said that when it comes to shoes, right, the shoe is the product. You're the buyer, right? You're the buyer. So they have to sell the product to you. When it comes to the social media, all these things, you are the product, right? They want you. They want more product. Of course, product comes for free. They want more members because every member is another product for the buyer. You are not the buyer. You are just being used as a product for the buyers, right? They have their own buyers. The buyers are the one who made Instagram a couple of $1 billion, Facebook hundreds of $1 billion. So don't fall to be a product for people. You are being product. Every time you go on the phone, oh, I got a new product. I got a new product to sell. A new product to sell. So I think a few days ago there was I forgot his name. There's a guy, CNN reporter, right? Who is the guy? CNN black guy, very pro-Israel.
CNN.
Yeah,
CNN as a pro-Israel black guy.
yeah, there's only one. Anyways, he spoke at the rally too, pro-Israel rally last year. He said the reason Trump lost was that they don't understand every phone is what do you say?
In 2020,
In 20 no, he said the reason Harris
Harris lost.
Democrats lost is because every phone is he has expression for it. Is a ballet. He said something very nice about it, meaning we were trying to convince people through the left policies that we are the winner. We are the Trump was all on social media, but people are only listening to social media. Not to, so I asked my son, who is the most influential person in the world now? He told me 3 names. I'm like, what? Who are they? I never heard of these names, anyways. I thought, he said, I thought when he's Barack Obama, maybe he's,
There's a few people that we don't even know, and the kids know. All the kids know.
And I said, where did you find them? Which platform? Not Facebook, not Instagram, not TikTok. I forgot even the name of the app. These are the most influential people in the world. Every of the thing when they speak,
Oh, the podcasts.
they get 12 million views
Yeah.
as they are speaking. Not when you're
Live.
live, they get 12 million live views. You understand? Said we at CNN 1 million, 2 million, they get 10 times more than us. So I'm trying to say. So
That's why that guy, what's his name? Rogan? Something Rogan was so important.
Joe Rogan.
Morgan, yeah.
See, the clever thing Trump did, he said, he was very connected to them. He was in the social media. He was talking to this social media person, the other podcast. He was like, "What are you crazy? Who cares?"
He spent less money also.
Spend less money also. So what I'm trying to say is that we are slaved to these very smart companies. We have to check this, have to check that, you have to know this, you have to know that, you have to comment on this, you have to comment on that.
We become the product.
We become the product. We are the product. Buyers love it. Wow. Now another product you got to sell. Another product. Oh, you have 200 million products to sell me for $10 million. I buy it. I do advertisement. I sell my product. It's okay. I like it. Or I win the presidency because you are selling the product. So Yaakov was upset. I'm not as excited as Lavan was. I have to learn something from Lavan. Okay, that's one commentary that you could keep Tariq Mitzvot, but you haven't learned from Lavan. You have to keep the Mitzvot, not what they do, but the way they do it. They're excited, they go all out, they do the same way. Another commentary, also very interesting. It says that Yaakov said, another twist, another view. It says, I kept Tariq Mitzvot. We don't know what sorry, but I didn't learn from his bad deeds. What does that mean? Is that extra comment? No. A person can keep 613 mitzvot and still do it like the go. Be part of the Goyim society.
So how did he marry 2 sisters?
Why not?
How did he have sisters?
Very good. So So Ramban says that didn't apply outside Israel. That's why Rachel died when they came back to Israel.
Oh, I thought maybe because it's out of Eretz Yisrael.
Right?
Oh,
So I just said it did not apply outside of Israel. Right? In Israel, we couldn't marry two sisters. This is before the Torah was given. After the Torah was given,
You're saying that Rachel died because she was worshipping also.
no. The reason that Rachel died right in this is Parsha before he came back to Israel, he couldn't be married to two sisters at the same time. One of them had to go. So because Yaakov had cursed Rachel before, he didn't know he's cursing her, applied right there. Because Hashem said, now you cannot go in, there's a curse on top of her head, now she's gonna be gone. So now the new commentary is that a person could keep Tariq mitzvot, but still doing it in a Lavan way. I'm saying a different shot, which means is that I can keep Torah, I can keep the mitzvah, I can keep kosher, I can keep Shabbat, but still live like a goy, live like a Lavan.
We've been doing that for generations in Galut.
No, not just being galut. The way we do it, it's called a goyish way. How do you translate that? Meaning,
Excitement.
I like to be a non-Jew, but I keep the mitzvot anyways. You can't pinpoint me. Oh, what's the problem with this? I'm doing the mitzvah, right? But because they're going to do it, I'll do it too.
You do it the right way.
So Yaakov said, I keep the mitzvot, but not to be like Lavan. I want to be like a Jew. Meaning, for example, Christmas upcoming, right? So I say, I'm not going to bring a tree to my house because that's a real non-Jewish thing to do. I make a party, I have gifts, I invite my family. Why? It's a holiday. Let's do it. You can, I'm going to pray Mincha Arvit too, but I'm going to do the party too. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? The wrong with it is you're doing it like a goy, like a non-Jew. Why should you do this? You could do the mitzvot, but unfortunately, in a non-Jewish way, right? To be part of the non-Jewish society, there are many examples. I can wear my kippah, but go to a bar. Oh, what's the problem? I'm just drinking and having fun. I'm a Jew. I'm wearing my kippah, but you're in a non-Jewish, setting. Well, why should you be there? Right? I go to a restaurant. I'm not going to eat meat. I'm just going to drink, but I'm going to have fun with my friends. So he's keeping the tag mitzvot. He's keeping all the 613 mitzvot. But it's not. But but like Lavan, you want to be Lavan type, not in a good way, in a bad way. I get a haircut, but what's the problem if I shave my head, here, or I make it purple? There's nothing wrong to be purple. There's nothing wrong to be purple, but why are you doing this? Because other people are doing it, right? I dress up. I'm dressed. I'm covered, but I'm covered the way non-Jews cover themselves.
Whenever they're doing it, they're not going against any laws or anything, but they're just doing it.
Right, so Yaakov is saying that I had a plus. Not only I kept the mitzvot, I made sure I'm not part of their. Some people, they keep their Jewish identity. They keep the mitzvot, but they're so mixed in the non-Jewish world. They're part of the non-Jewish world. You can't tell you're a Jew or non-Jew. I prayed this morning. I have tzitzit in my pants. I have everything. There's nothing wrong, but it's not the Jewish way. It's not the Jewish way. He's living a non-Jewish way. But I'm keeping Shabbat and mitzvot. I'm keeping everything. Do you want to become like non-Jew, or you want to become to be a separated Jew, right? So Yaakov lived with Laban day in day out, but he could tell he's Yaakov. He's not Laban. So that's why there are two parts to this Rashi. I kept the mitzvot, and I didn't learn from Laban, right? I did not live a Goyish life. Uh, you know, um, it's so hard to tell, unfortunately, sometimes because we live in such an open society and everybody is doing everything. It's hard to tell. Are you doing a Jewish way or not Jewish way? Other people are doing it too, right? The way they date, the way they get married, the way they drink, the way they make parties at home, right? Everything is just, it's everyone doing it. It's not a Jewish way. You're doing food is kosher, but the way you're setting up, you're doing it is not kosher. The way you're doing, I'm dating a Jewish girl, but that's not how you date a Jewish girl. You know, there's something called chuppah. There's something called before chuppah and after chuppah. You can't mix. But I'm doing a Jewish girl, but what's wrong with it? Yaakov said. Yaakov said that I lived with Esav, but didn't learn from. I lived with Lavan, but didn't learn from Lavan. It's very important. A Jew lives in America. We go to schools here, college, workplace. We have to learn not to be like them. Versteht? A person could live with a business with them. Somebody have to work in the same office. You can't avoid it. It's good to avoid it. If you can't avoid it, you should avoid it. Don't work in the same office with non-Jews. If you can't avoid it, why not? Get Jewish partners. Jewish secretary. Everyone should be in a Jewish way. You have said your holidays. You said values. But sometimes you can avoid it. If you're a doctor, let's say, you have to work in a hospital. Right? You encounter other nationalities, other races, other religions. You have to know there's a Jewish way and there's also a way that could say, oh, there's nothing wrong from Torah perspective, but it's not a Jewish way. A person has to avoid it. Few more points from the Parsha before we end. So we said that Yaakov got ready for three things: gift, prayer, and war. A person, when you have a fight with a goy, you have to always be ready. Try to first gift, right? Try to pay money. What's the best Jewish way, Abe? Pay some money and get rid of the problem. You have to pray, obviously, and then sometimes you have to go to war.
So the war is the last resort.
The war sometimes it's the first resort. There's no other way. You can, it depends on the situation too. If they're coming, so Yaakov, maybe that's why Yaakov got ready for the war. I think they don't work. I want to be ready. I want to make sure that I'm not too late. It was what it is. My Rabbi said that in World War II, you have to go to army. Maybe before World War II. Russian recruits were the worst. If Russia took you to the army, most probably would not come back alive. You heard the news this week? Ukraine lost 1 million soldiers. 1 million soldiers lost, not wounded. At least 200,000 soldiers without limbs. 1 million soldiers in 2 years, a lot of soldiers. No media talks about it. There's a report this week from ABC News. And they say other side of the aisle, another 600, 700,000 Russian soldiers died. Maybe more. Doesn't talk about it. But
what this Rabbi said, not over here, but with the Iran-Iraq one. I wish them both locked. 600 over here and 1 million over there.
Yeah. So
Anti-Semites.
Yeah, I know, I believe you. But then, so in Russian recruits, Jews, that was a nightmare. If my son will go to the army or not, nobody wanted to go. They will come to a town. They say we need 200 boys for your town. Jews, none they didn't care. They needed 200 people. What did the Jews do? Started bribing the officers, food, money, whatever you want. Don't take my son. Go somewhere else. Khakshoor, you cannot get another Jew, to save your own son. That you're not allowed to do, but you're allowed to bribe the soldier, the officer. So then there was a doctor who had to approve that you're strong enough they could go to the army. Before they went to the doctor, all the Jewish boys, the yeshiva boys, they fasted all day, 2 days, 3 days, a week. To look weak, go to the army doctor, say, this you can't survive in the army. Don't go. So then the last resource was go to the doctor's wife. Give a lot of money. You couldn't give money to the doctor because you could get in trouble. But to the wife, you could give money. To go with the list of boys that they did not want to go to the army. This is the list. This is money. Please tell your husband. So that's a gift. Doron, you have to send a gift. If you can get away from the problem with the money, why not? Obviously, we need prayers. That's why when there's a war, we say Tehillim, more Tehillim. Why? Because if I'm not sending money to Israel, if I'm not fighting in Gaza or in Lebanon, so at least I can pray. I should pray. And also the war, we need IDF too, obviously. But Chas v'Shalom, someone should not think other things don't work or are not needed. Obviously, if you could work it out with money, work it with money. If you could work it out with prayer, have yeshivas. You need yeshivas to pray and the soldiers to fight. The last thought, also, there's a song. Hatzileni miyad achim miyad esav. Hatzileni miyad achim miyad esav. Very nice song. It's relatively new, like a year or 2 years old. So it says, Yaakov prayed to Hashem. I said, Hashem, please save me from my brother, from Esav. Because I'm afraid he might come hit me, kill my family.
This is the same brother and the son.
Right. He said, Miyad Achi, Miyad Esav. From my brother, from Esav. He had only one brother. So Rashi says, Miyad Achi, from my brother that doesn't act like a brother, like Esav. Right? My brother is not a brother. Which brother goes to meet his brother with 400 men? I mean, just two brothers. So the Brisker Rav said, Yaakov was praying for something else too. He said, Hashem, save me. I don't want to go to war, because if I go to war, some people are going to get killed, right? Ukraine and Russia, people get killed. But that's if it's Esav. I don't want him to be like Esav. I don't want him to be a war. I don't want him to be an enemy to me. But also, Hatzileni na, save me from being my brother. I also don't want him to be my brother. Because he becomes my brother, I have another problem. Right? Intermarriage, assimilation. I learn from him. I want to be like him. So Yaakov said, both of them are bad. If you are friends, because like America, like intermarriage rate, how much is it? 70% in America? Unbelievable, right? How many Jews have we lost intermarriage? Probably more than 6 million Jews that Hitler killed. I'm sure more than 6 million Jews have unfortunately married out and the children are not Jewish anymore. They're gone. Their chain is broken. That's it. So Yaakov said, right, if Esav is like Esav, that's Hitler, killing Jews. If it's Miyad Achi, becomes my good brother, becomes a Democrat, right? Well, the left party, everything is open. You can do whatever you want. Any marriage is okay. Anything is okay. and liberals are mostly Jews, unfortunately, right? So Yaakov prays for both. I don't want him to be like Esau, too far right. I don't want him to be too friendly. You say hi, how are you? Have a nice day. That's my connection. Don't make an enemy and don't make a good friend. Who is your good friend? You have to find a good Jewish guy or a woman, a good Jewish woman to be a good friend. Your partner is not your bestie. It's we are friends because we have to do work. It's business friend, not a real friend, right? Your real friend cannot be Esav because Yaakov. Brisker Rav said this. Brisker Rav was right before the World War II, or maybe right middle of it. It could be both of them are dangerous. Too friendly becomes America. Too wild, Esav becomes like Germany. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Hazon Baruch.
Hope you enjoyed.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.